be a description of the Quickdraw weaving program's ability to import and export images from the weaving grid. Now I've got a series of images here. For example, I've got a light bulb from a clipart. If I start with a clipart image using a Control-A, Control-C to copy it, when I paste that and I zoom out a little bit, I can see that each pixel in the image is now one square on the grid, and if I want to, I can actually shrink that a little bit. I can also do things like take a full color image, clear the grid again, and if when I paste that as a black and white image, it's going to convert that full color image back to a black and white image, so I can then use that as a drawing. And you'll notice it's telling me, you know, that's 150 blocks. It's a large image. One of the other things I can also do, this was a sample of a drawdown done by one of the other pieces of software. Again, a copy and paste. In this case, I'm going to use the color and weave paste. And it's taken some time to analyze it. What it's actually done on the grid is identified the weaving structure. It's then exported that to the main warp weft editor after extracting the colors from the image. So I've actually recreated the threading, treadling, and tie-up for that pattern created from the image. Now the other two controls down here for the Polychrome Summer and Winter, I've got a project down here which was a 5-color American flag, that if I paste that, it's actually going to separate multiple layers. There's a separate video that talks about how to take those layers and create a polychrome structure out of each one of those layers and interlace the threads. And the other thing I can also do, this was a color image for Olympus project where each one color here represents a different weaving structure. So when I clear the grid and when I ask to paste structures, it's actually pasted that structure in, and you'll notice the colors have changed. And I'm actually importing, and when I import, it's going to reassign colors based on the color sequence that's in common use in Quickdraw. The other tools I also have available here are the Save to Clipboard. So if I start with my light bulb image, and if I copy that to text and open a notepad window and paste that in, I will actually, if I scroll over to the middle of it, I will see that there's a series of ones where the dark spots are and the zeros mark where the white spots are. So there's actually a light bulb in that image if you can scroll around enough to see it. I can also come back in, copy that image to a paint window, and if I do a paste, there's that light bulb that I originally copied off the grid, and that's one point on the grid to one pixel in the paint window. So that gives me the ability to import and export images from the grid.